Hello, Marie. Sus, ginulat mo naman ako, honey.
Oy, nasaan ka na ba?
Kakauwi ko lang galing sa laman ni Tita Cora. Bakit?
Dumiretso ka sa bahay? Baliw ka ba?
Anong ibig mo sabihin?
Eh, di ba nga, pag galing ka sa lamay, hindi ka dapat umuwi agad? Eh, paano kung nasundan ka ng espiritu at multuhin ka pa?
Honey, wala namang naniniwala sa pamanghiin yan.
Hello, nasaan ka na ba?
Hello? Marie? Hello? Yatay.
In the Philippines, there are a lot of superstitions connected to funerals. One of them cautions against going straight home right after attending a wake. It is said that the spirit of the recently dead may be following. So instead, one should walk around a bit, maybe have some coffee or watch a movie, a way of shaking off the ghosts. In tonight's episode, we shall see what happens when a lost soul does follow a woman to her home. My name is Ut. Welcome to Incredible Tales.
I was at a very difficult time in my life. Na-experience ko through the videos my brother sent me for editing. Natakot ako sa tao. Natakot ako sa buhay. What I never realized was that I should have been more afraid of the dead.
Oh, Brian!
Wow! Manikang ganda!
Jenny, say hi to your kuya.
Hi, Kuya! Hi, Jenny!
O dali, pakita mo, Jenny, kay kuya yung regalo mo.
Manika!
Wow!
O, Jenny, ilang taong ka na? 8 years old. Laki mo na.
O, Jenny, konti na lang, dalaga ka na. Sigurado ako, paglaki mo.
Who is it? Who is it?
And...
Shark! Come in.
I met Dave the other day. We worked together for Channel 3 News. They're looking for editors. You interested?
You know I only work for you.
That was a long time ago. Lucas, well, he's been dead for 5 years now. It's time to move forward. You can't go on living like a hermit for the rest of your life. The client's gonna love this. Oh, I almost forgot. My cameraman called in sick, and I'm gonna need someone to cover for him tomorrow. And by someone, I mean you.
Fine.
Great. Thank you.
Not our finest work, I must admit. You must be Jenny, Brian's sister. I'm Gary, I'm his friend. We're friends in college. I'm funeral director. That's me.
Look, I'm just here to fill in for the cameraman. I'm sorry my brother's late.
It's fine. There's no hurry. As you can see, it's just you, me, and the guest of honor. Mr. Salazar Sangre, successful entrepreneur, made his millions from the meat industry, successful pillar of the community, and loved by all.
I see how much he's loved.
I try not to speak ill of the dead. They don't like it.
They don't?
I grew up around corpses. My father, he was a mortician, and I think I've grown a sensitivity towards the spirits. And I don't blame you if you think I'm crazy.
Well, how about Mr. Sangre here? What do you feel about his spirit?
Rotting in hell, I hope. He was a terrible human being, a degenerate. He was dodging sexual harassments for years before he had a stroke and fell dead. Face down in a toilet bowl. Are you one of his mistresses too?
Jenny, this is Mrs. Edna Sangre. This is Jenny, she's the videographer.
But I already paid in full. I'm not a miser like him.
Sorry I'm late. At least we got paid. I think it's time to grab some burgers. You care to join me? We can invite Gary.
Gary? Why?
I've seen the way you look at him. You like him, don't you? I think he likes you too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are you going?
I'm going home.
Manika!
Wow!
Jenny, ilang taon ka na? 8 years old. Ay, mana!
Hindi na nagtanaga na.
You're having the nightmares again? Maybe you should go back to taking those meds. We can go to Dr. Lazaro.
No, Brian. These dreams are different. They're terrible and they're not like the others.
Yeah, but what if it's coming back? Maybe we should see Dr. Lazaro.
And Dr. Lazaro will feed me meds until I don't even remember my own name? Is that what you want, Brian? You want me to go back to the mental hospital, soiling myself like a toddler?
No, of course not.
I'm not going crazy again, Brian, if that's what you're worried about. I'm not gonna start hurting myself again. I was just telling you about my dream. This was a mistake.
Jen.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Was it merely Jenny's imagination, or was there something else in her home? Something not of this world anymore.
Did you really have to make him come? You know, I'm not comfortable with strangers.
Look, Gary's the one with the experience in these matters. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm not saying I believe in ghosts, but I know you're not a liar, so I'm willing to keep an open mind.
All right, so are the both of you familiar with Filipino superstitions? Especially those regarding funerals and wakes.
Don't put plates on top of each other
Yes.
because another member of the family will die. Cut ribbons, rosaries, shoelaces, and other things tied together in the coffin before it goes underground.
Exactly. Anything that would keep the spirit from moving on.
There must be hundreds of superstitious practices we Filipinos observe in funerals, Gary.
Well, Brian, there's one superstition that dictates that after you attend a funeral or a wake, you have to walk around to shake off whatever spirit that may have latched onto you.
What's your point? It's the 21st century. We don't live in the pots anymore. Why should we heed to superstitions?
Superstitions have always persisted in history, in the present, so there must be some grain of truth to them, at least some of them.
So what you're saying is there's a ghost in my home because it followed me from your funeral parlor.
I'm saying ghosts are in every home. Ghosts are everywhere. You see, ghosts, they're like broken things. They can't influence the world of the living. They eventually learn to let go and move on. However, there are other kinds of ghosts. Ghosts you can see. Ghosts that manipulate physical things. Now, these ghosts feed off the living. Intense emotions like love or hatred.
Mr. Sangre doesn't exactly inspire love.
Mr. Sangre was a broken soul, more broken than most. You see, he was a sexual predator. So is it so hard to believe that he would be the same after death?
If it's Mr. Sangre that is hunting my apartment, how do I get rid of him?
It's obvious. He's feeding off someone's hatred. We have to sever that link. Who do you think could hate him so much?
Okay. Let me get this straight, Gary. You're telling me that the ghost of my dead husband is haunting this girl?
Yes, Mrs. Sangre, I know it's difficult to believe, but it's true.
Well, I suppose if ghosts are real and my dead husband became one, he'll be chasing pretty young things.
Can you help my sister, Mrs. Sangre?
I don't even know what you want from me.
Mrs. Sangre, we believe that the ghost of your dead husband is feeding off your obvious hatred for him. We need you to let him know that you're letting him go, that you're severing your ties with him. Any symbolic act would do, like destroying one of his personal belongings.
I got letters, photos, and his other personal belongings. Okay? Now let's get this over with.
Jenny thought it was all over, that what they did was enough, that her life can be back to normal. She would soon learn just how terribly wrong she was.
It's almost time for you to go to work, Gary.
I don't care. I'm calling in sick today because I am staying here with you.
We see each other almost every day.
I want something more than every day.
What do you mean?
What I mean is I love you. And I think we should be together.
I think I love you too, Gary. But before we can be together, I need to show you something.
That was her stepfather. I never knew my biological father because he left my mother when I was just a baby. Our mother married him when I was just 7. She died after that because of cancer. And he had to take care of us, all by himself. That video was when it all started. When I was just 8.
He abused you?
It went on for years. It wasn't until I was 16 that I told Brian. Our stepfather was in prison, but I was so screwed up. I was screwed up for a long time. That I had to cut myself. I had to be institutionalized. My stepfather died 5 years ago. A little shortly after I left the hospital. And that is why I'm broken.
We are all broken. Some more than others, like your stepfather. But all of us, we are all broken in our own way. Otherwise, we wouldn't be trying to find each other in the darkness.
Are you already up, Gary? I have to deliver some videos to Brian today. Do you mind dropping me by his office? I just need 5 minutes to close my eyes. Yeah?
Hello? Jenny, I went out to get her some coffee.
Decaf, right? Jenny.
Did you fall asleep again?
Salazar's ghost had been feeding on my fear and hatred of my stepfather. The same fear and hatred that had been keeping me from living life. By letting go of the memory of my stepfather and what he'd done to me, I took away the ghost's power to hurt me. But more importantly, it allowed me to finally come out of the shadows.
Do you know what a ghost is? It's our past. It's the pain that we can't let go that keeps us from moving on. Pero kung gugustuhin nating mabuhay, we have to let go of the past and make peace with it. Just like how we make peace with the dead. It's only when we live, when we love, when we connect with each other, that we can make each other whole.
In the Philippines, the superstitions surrounding the burial of the dead are numerous. But the common thread with these superstitions is respect for those that have gone and honor for those left behind. These beliefs help the living find closure and move on. Join me again next week for more incredible tales. I'm Matt. Goodbye.